Good morning everyone. So today we are going to finish the rest over portion of the previous chapter which we did. Now we were looking at population in the previous video, है ना? So population के बारे में हमने क्या चीज़ देखी? When I started this chapter, I told you that in this entire chapter we are going to cover these three things, which is population size, distribution, like population के कितनी size है, and how it is distributed. इसमें हमने देखा था population density. Then we looked at population growth, like why population growth takes place. इसमें हमने देखा था बर्थ रेट, डेथ रेट एंड माइग्रेशन. द लास्ट वन वाज क्वालिटीज और कैरेक्टरिस्टिक्स ऑफ पॉपुलेशन. नाउ इन द क्वालिटीज एंड कैरेक्टरिस्टिक्स ऑफ पॉपुलेशन हम देखेंगे कि हमारी जितनी भी पॉपुलेशन है, व्हाट इज द कैरेक्टरिस्टिक ऑफ दैट पॉपुलेशन. ओके, लाइक हाउ मेनी आर लिटरेट, कितने लोग आर इन द एज ग्रुप ऑफ सो एंड सो दैट दे कैन वर्क एक्सेट्रा. सो लेट अस लुक एट फ्यू क्वालिटीज ऑफ पॉपुलेशन, कैरेक्टरिस्टिक्स ऑफ पॉपुलेशन. सो फर्स्ट इज एज कंपोजिशन. Age composition means number of people in different age group. Number of people in different age group. यानी आपकी कंट्री में जितनी भी पॉपुलेशन है, in which age group does it fall? So in India, basically, so हमारे पास three categories हैं. There are three broad categories. So what are these three broad categories? So one is below 15 years of age, then between 15 to 59 years, and more than 59 years of age. So in these three categories we have age composition or the population composition. So below 15 years it usually includes children, adolescents. Now they are dependent population. Dependent means they are dependent on their parents, है ना? They are dependent on their elders dependent for food, education, health, etc. Then comes between 15 to 59 years. 15 to 59 years means working population. Working population means they do work. So between 15 to 59 years of age, population is known as working age population. So they work. It is the population which actually works and supports dependence. Then last में you have more than 59 years of age. So those people जिनकी age 59 years से ज़्यादा है, so they come under this. They are known as old age people. Okay, they are also dependent. They are dependent on whom? Their children. So again, children as well as old age people are dependent on people between 15 to 59 years of age. These are the people who are adults, they do work. But ऐसा नहीं है कि जो people 59 years से ज़्यादा है वो काम नहीं करते, they do work. आज भी हम देखते हैं कई तरह के, आप shops पे चले जाओ, आपको 70 years, 75 years, 90 years तक के भी age के लोग काम करते देखते हैं, they do work. But basically we see that those who are above 60 years of age, they are considered old age and usually they are categorized as dependent population. So ये है about the characteristics age composition. Now in India 59% जो हमारी population है वो किसमें है? 15 to 59 years of age. और 35% जो कंट्री की population है वो किसमें है? Below 15 years of age. और rest किसमें है? Old age population. Now this is a good thing for India. Why this is a good thing? This says that India's working age population is high. After few years it will again increase. This means that India will have abundant labor, यानी बहुत ज़्यादा labor होगा, which means that economic growth will be high. More and more industries will set up in India, or India will receive more and more money because our population is high. and young population, not the old population. So we have more and more, we have high working age population. So this is one of the major characteristics of population, which is age composition. The second is sex ratio. Sex ratio is number of females per 1000 मेल, यानी 1000 आदमी पे कितनी फीमेल्स हैं. सो नंबर ऑफ फीमेल्स पर 1000 मेल. नाउ दिस रेशियो टेल्स अस वेदर इक्वालिटी इज देयर और नॉट. नाउ in India the sex ratio is around 950, which means that there are 950 females for 1000 male. But Kerala has the sex ratio of 1084 to 1000, which means that in Kerala there are 1084 females, okay, on 1000 male. So for 1084 females there are 1000 male. So in Kerala females are more than male, whereas at India level as a whole females are less than male. And then you have Haryana, where there are 877 female for 1000 male. Okay, so this is second major characteristics of population. Then comes the third thing, which is literacy rate. So what is literacy rate? Literacy rate is the people who are above 7 years of age and are able to read, write and understand or can speak a language. Understand or can speak a language. So if a person जो 7 years से ज़्यादा है, अगर वो कोई पर्टिकुलर लैंग्वेज पढ़ सकता है, समझ सकता है, बोल सकता है, ओके, या लिख सकता है, वी कॉल इट एज लिटरेट पर्सन. ओके, नाउ फीमेल लिटरेसी यानी हाउ मेनी फीमेल आर लिटरेट इज लो इन इंडिया एज कंपेयर टू मेल लिटरेसी. सो अगर आप फीमेल और मेल लिटरेसी को कंपेयर करो, इंडिया में मेल लिटरेसी इज हाई एज कंपेयर टू फीमेल. नाउ यू कैन रिलेट दिस विद द सेक्स रेशियो, क्योंकि हमने क्या देखा था, दैट फीमेल्स आर लेस एज कंपेयर टू मेल बिकॉज पीपल डोंट प्रिफर फीमेल. देयर आर नंबर ऑफ रीजंस, ओके, बट नाउ पीपल आर गिविंग बर्थ टू गर्ल चाइल्ड. व्हाई? बिकॉज गवर्नमेंट टुक वेरियस मेजर्स, है ना, लाइक वेरियस मेजर्स वर टेकन. ओके, सो यू हैव टू रिमेंबर that the literacy rate for female is less as compared to male, and for India as a whole literacy rate is 74%. This means that in India 74% people are educated or literate, not educated, but 74% of people in India are literate. Then comes occupational structure. So what is occupational structure? Just think for a second. Occupational structure. अब देखो, see occupation null. So just see occupation है, occupation means business, है ना. So this is talking about occupational structure, which means that our population is engaged in which kind of occupation. So in order to know occupation, we have three different types. One is primary, secondary and tertiary. we have three sectors in economy. These are the three sectors where people are engaged. In primary sector in India, 50% of population is engaged in primary sector. Around 60% population is engaged in primary sector. Then comes secondary and tertiary. Then around 25% population is in secondary sector and 15 to 20 is in tertiary sector. So this is how where the population is situated. This is the occupational structure. So this says that 60% of country's population is engaged in primary sector, 20 to 25% of population is engaged in secondary sector, and 15 to 20% of people are engaged in tertiary sector. So this tells us about occupational structure, which says that in India, majority of country's population is engaged in primary sector. But when you take developed economy, when you take developed economy, there the majority of people are engaged in tertiary and secondary sector. So this is also one of the major characteristics, which is occupational structure. Then comes health. Health means whether you are healthy or not, है ना? So when then other is health. So with respect to health, so the death rates, the death rate in India is below, so it is around 7.2 per thousand people. So in India, the death, now suppose, what do you mean by healthcare? Health means how healthy is your population. So in India, in health, we usually look at what kind of facilities are provided by the government. Like government is government doing sufficient for people's health? Like how many government hospitals are there, whether people are able to get quality treatment in them, what is the disease in India, etc. So when you look at the health of a country, if population is healthy, okay, listen here, if population is healthy, agar log healthy honge, then they can work. So if population is healthy, then they can work. But if they are ill matlab they are bimar or they are unhealthy, okay, then can they work? Think for a second. अगर कोई person बीमार है, क्या वो काम कर सकते हैं? If a person is ill, can he work? No, he can't. So when he is not able to work, the goods won't be produced, है ना? The particular work will be stopped. This will lead to, it will affect economic growth. It will affect the income of the person. So we usually take health as one of the major indicator of the population, as a major characteristics of population. So because of various efforts of the government, the death rate has come down to 7.2. Okay. Similarly, infant mortality rate is around 34 per thousand. Now target is to get it below 30. Okay. Now infant mortality rate क्या है? Infant mortality rate is number of children who die before completing the age of 1 year. So number of children who die, है ना, below the age of 1 year is known as infant mortality rate. यानी it is calculated, so number of children who die below 1 years of age compared to 1000 live birth. So 1000 बच्चों पे कितने बच्चे एक साल की एज कंप्लीट करने से पहले ही मर जाते हैं. वी कॉल इट एज इन्फेंट मोर्टेलिटी रेट. देन थर्ड थिंग इन हेल्थ इज लाइफ एक्सपेक्टेंसी. लाइफ एक्सपेक्टेंसी इज लॉन्गेविटी. लॉन्गेविटी मतलब what is the average lifespan of a person. If a child is born in India, कितने साल तक एवरेज वो जी सकता है. So for how many years he can actually live. So India को जो लाइफ एक्सपेक्टेंसी है वो कितना है 69 years. So on an average a child can live up to 69 years of age. 69 years of age, this is the minimum. Okay, whereas for Japan it is 85 years. ठीक है, this is one of the major characteristics. ठीक है. So these were 5 important characteristics of population. So can you recall what were they? So health. So what were they? Age composition, sex ratio, occupational structure, health, literacy rate. Okay. Now we are going to look at a very important topic, and that topic very important is national population policy of 2000. The national population policy of 2000 was brought in place to control the. Now the objective is to control population growth rate. So the aim of national population policy कि हमें जनसंख्या है जो population growth rate है इसको थोड़ा कम करना है. Okay, so number of features. So under the national population policy, number of steps were taken. So what were the steps which were taken? One was free education to children up to 14 years of age. Free education to children up to 14 years of age. ठीक है. Second is free vaccination, यूनिवर्सल इम्यूनाइजेशन. ठीक है. फर्स्ट इज फ्री एजुकेशन, यानी अ पर्सन जितने भी बच्चे हैं जितने भी, सो अंटिल दे अटेन द एज ऑफ 14 इयर्स दे विल गेट फ्री एजुकेशन. सेकंड इज फ्री वैक्सीनेशन. फ्री वैक्सीनेशन मींस सबको फ्री में टीका लगाया जाएगा. एंड टू इंश्योर यूनिवर्सल इम्यूनाइजेशन. यूनिवर्सल इम्यूनाइजेशन मींस टू इंश्योर दैट all the vaccines are given. Now when vaccine is given, the child won't get a disease, he will be healthy. Okay, then these are the two features. Third is to bring IMR, which is infant mortality rate, below 30. So to bring it below 30 per thousand population. Fourth is to make population control, okay, to achieve population control through public participation. Okay, so to motivate people, okay, to spread the awareness regarding population control. So these were the few steps which you have to remember. With this, we are done with this chapter. So just remember these three things which we remember, which we did: population size, distribution. In distribution, we looked at population density. Then in population growth, we looked at birth rate, death rate and migration. And then qualities में हमने देखा literacy rate, sex ratio, age composition, occupational structure. Okay. So with this, we are done with this chapter. In the next video, we are going to look at the new chapter. Thank you.